Have you ever heard footsteps following you? Even when it's raining so hard, you shouldn't hear anything at all. October in the small mountain village of Mizukawa was always wet, but that year, the rain never stopped. For 30 nights straight, it poured cold, silvery rain that turned roads into rivers and forests into whispering, dripping graves. Aiko, a university student from Tokyo, came to Mizukawa to document forgotten folklore for her thesis. The locals warned her.
Don't record the story of Aim Anna, the Rain Woman. She doesn't like to be remembered.
But Aiko didn't believe in curses. She wanted the truth behind the legend, a witch who drowned her village and returned every October to claim a soul. One misty afternoon, Aiko climbed a mossy path that led to the abandoned Hachisawa shrine. Her umbrella trembled in the wind. The forest was alive with the sound of dripping water. Every step felt like sinking into something that breathed beneath the mud. She set up her recorder. Near the shrine's cracked statue, a woman's figure, head bowed, one arm broken. The rain grew heavier.
Local legend says she was a midwife who cursed the heavens when her child was taken by flood.
Aiko narrated softly, but then she froze. Over the sound of the rain, she heard weeping, soft, wet, close. When she turned, no one was there. Only her red umbrella lying open on the ground, trembling slightly though no wind blew. That night, in her in-room, Aiko reviewed the audio. At first, rain. Then, behind her voice, a faint whisper.
Why do you speak my name?
Her blood went cold. She tried to laugh it off as an echo until she heard the footsteps splashing through puddles, drawing closer in the recording. Then the voice again.
Look outside.
Thunder cracked. Against her will, Aiko turned to the fogged window. A pale woman stood outside in the downpour. Her long hair clung to her face. Her kimono was soaked, dark with water and blood. She looked up slowly, and though her eyes were hidden by wet strands, her mouth smiled wide and wrong. Aiko screamed, but the woman's reflection didn't vanish. Instead, it knocked from the inside of the glass. The next morning, the villagers found Aiko's umbrella torn apart at the shrine steps. Her phone lay beside it, screen cracked, still recording. The last clip was 1 minute long. Rain. Aiko crying. And then a whisper.
She will take what was drowned.
That night, the rain turned black. From the swollen river, something climbed out. The old priest saw it first. A silhouette of a woman dragging herself through the mud, her fingers long and webbed, her mouth dripping water that steamed on the ground. Her eyes were hollow pits that reflected no light. She wandered house to house, knocking gently, and wherever she was answered, someone was found drowned in their own bed the next morning, lungs full of river water. By the 7th night, Mizukawa was empty. The river had overflown, swallowing the shrine, the streets, the inn, everything. Only the recorder floated on the water, its red light still blinking. A passing rescue team found it weeks later. When they played it back, they heard Aiko's voice calm, steady, almost ritualistic.
The rain took me. I am the witch now.
Then, in the background, another voice, deeper, older, whispering right into the mic.
And now, you who listen will carry the reindeer home.
As the recording ended, the rescuers noticed something impossible. Their boots were filling with water, though the ground beneath them was dry. Outside, the sky darkened, and somewhere beyond the mountains, it began to rain again. They say October rain in Japan is cleansing. But in Mizukawa, it's her way of coming back. Every drop remembers a name. Maybe tonight, it remembers yours. Before we start, promise me one thing. If you hear your name whispered while watching this story, don't turn around. Don't speak. Just keep listening. It started on a humid October night in Chiang Mai. 3 teenage girls, Mina, Dao, and Luna, were left alone for the weekend while Mina's parents attended a temple retreat. The house was old, a traditional teakwood home built generations ago, with open hallways and shadowed corners where the air always seemed too cold. They had planned to binge-watch horror movies, eat spicy noodles, and maybe even film a ghost-hunting TikTok in the backyard shrine. But sometime around 11:43 p.m., as rain tapped gently against the window panes, a whisper called out.
Mena.
Soft, drawn out, like breath brushing the inside of a shell. Dao paused the movie and turned to her friend.
Who called you?
Nobody.
Mina laughed nervously.
Probably the rain.
But the whisper came again, closer this time.
Mena, come outside.
They froze. Luna grabbed the TV remote, muting the sound. Only the rain remained heavy, steady, and wrong. Mina stood up, her face pale.
It sounded like my mom.
She whispered.
I swear it was her voice.
Dao frowned.
Your mom's in Lampang. She can't.
Mena, come now.
The voice slithered in again from the front door. Mina, trembling, moved toward it, drawn like a moth. Dao reached out.
Don't.
But Mina already whispered back.
Mom?
And that was the moment everything changed. The power flickered. Every light in the house blinked off at once. The rain outside stopped, as though someone had silenced the world. Luna's phone flashlight cut through the black, and the screen glitched for a second, showing static shapes that weren't there. Then came footsteps, wet, dragging, circling around the front porch. Dao whispered.
Did you lock the door?
Mina nodded, but her eyes darted toward the window, where something white and red pressed against the glass, a face, painted like a clown, with smeared red lips stretching far too wide. Its eyes rolled upward, showing only whites. Luna screamed. The light snapped back on, but the face was gone. Only muddy handprints streaked down the window. They ran upstairs, hearts pounding. Mina gasped.
I think it's the whisperer, the ghost my grandma warned me about.
The what?
Dao hissed. Mina swallowed hard.
She said, in the North Villages, if a spirit whispers your name and you answer, you invite it in. It copies voices of people you love, and once you reply, it knows you.
Dao whispered.
Nosier? Your smell? Your voice? Your soul?
Outside, the laughter started. A clown's laugh. High-pitched, shaky. It grew louder, echoing from inside the house. The 3 girls locked themselves in Mina's bedroom. The clown laugh stopped. Silence pressed against the door like a heartbeat. Luna tried to call for help, no signal. The Wi-Fi name had changed to, "Don't answer the whisper." Dao whispered.
Let's get out through the window.
Mina shook her head.
It's pouring. We'll slip.
A hand slammed against the door. The wood cracked. Then another, stronger. A painted smile peered through the splintering gap. Its red mouth moved without sound, then whispered.
Minna, open the door.
The voice was her mother's. Mina backed up until she hit the wall.
It knows me. It's using her voice.
Dao grabbed the lamp and smashed the window. But when they looked outside, they saw balloons floating in the rain. Dozens of them, red and white, drifting toward the house like jellyfish. Faces were drawn on each balloon, smiling clowns, with real human teeth glued where the mouths should be.
Oh my God.
Luna sobbed.
It's surrounding us.
One by one, the balloons burst. Each pop echoed like a scream. In desperation, they fled down the stairs toward the back exit, only to find muddy footprints leading in, not out. The trail went toward the basement hatch beneath the stairs. Mina froze.
No one's gone down there since Grandpa died.
Dao.
Then why is it open?
A dim candle flickered below. They could hear someone breathing. Wet, gurgling breaths. Luna whispered, "Don't." But Mina, shaking, whispered back.
Who's there?
A pause. Then the voice replied, mimicking hers perfectly.
Who's there?
Dao screamed, pulling her back. But it was too late. The whisper had answered her. A clown hand, pale and veiny, shot out of the darkness and grabbed Mina's ankle. They fought, kicked, screamed, until Dao smashed the hatch shut. But Mina was gone, pulled below. Her screams faded like the rain. Hours passed, the rain stopped. Dao and Luna sat huddled in silence, until dawn bled weak light through the curtains. Then came the knock. 3 soft taps on the door.
It's me.
Said Mina's voice.
Please open. I'm cold.
Dao's eyes filled with tears.
That's not her. It can't be.
Luna whispered.
We can't just leave her out there.
The doorknob began to turn slowly on its own. Dao screamed, shoving a dresser against the door. From outside, Mina's voice changed, warping, deepening.
You answered me once, Mina. Now it's your turn, Dao.
The lights flickered. Balloons began inflating by themselves on the floor, expanding with creaks and wheezes. Each balloon's surface began to stretch, forming faces Dao's, Luna's, and Mina's, all smiling like clowns. Dao grabbed Luna's hand.
Run!
They dashed to the front door, but when they opened it, the street outside was gone. Only a circus tent stood there, red, decayed, waiting under the rising sun. Music played from within, a warped Thai carnival tune. Luna whispered.
We're not in the house anymore.
Inside the tent were hundreds of empty chairs and a single stage. On it stood Mina, wearing a tattered clown mask, her hands twitching like marionette strings. Her eyes were hollow, and blood trickled from her smile. Behind her stood the Whisperer, a tall clown figure in dripping red robes, its painted grin stretching from ear to ear. Its mouth didn't move, but its voice filled the tent.
Welcome, Dao, Luna, your audience awaits.
They turned and saw every seat filled with life-sized dolls wearing the faces of people they knew. Classmates, neighbors, teachers, all with glassy eyes and open mouths. The Whisperer floated closer, its voice 1,000 whispers layered as one.
Say your names. Let the show begin.
Luna clutched Dao's arm, shaking her head.
Don't speak. Don't answer.
But Dao, trembling and terrified, whispered.
Please, let us go.
The moment her voice broke, every doll in the audience turned their heads, snapping toward her in unison. The Whisperer's grin widened. When police arrived the next day, the house was empty. No signs of struggle, just a single clown mask on the floor, smiling. The neighbors swore they still hear laughter at night. And sometimes, on stormy evenings, 3 girls' voices echo from the old house. Mina, Dao, Luna, come play. And if you listen closely, just closely enough, one whisper sounds like your name. Weeks later, Mina's parents return. They find an old VHS tape left inside the TV labeled, "Don't Answer the Whisper." They play it. The footage shows 3 girls sitting in the same living room, eating noodles, laughing, until Mina turns toward the camera, smiles, and whispers,
I told you not to answer.
Then the tape cuts to static, and behind them, in the reflection of the TV screen, a clown's face is smiling. If you enjoy true fear and folklore, subscribe, because the next story begins when the lights go out. The war had ended, and thunder rolled across the dark skies of Prakanong. The monsoon rain poured over the muddy path as Mac, a weary young soldier, trudged home. He clutched a wooden charm given by his wife, May Nak, promising he'd return to her and their unborn child. When he reached his bamboo house by the river, warm light flickered from inside. Through the mist, he saw May Nak waiting by the window, her long black hair damp, her silk dress glowing faintly in the candlelight. She smiled, tears in her eyes.
You came back to me, Mac?
Her voice was soft, echoing strangely in the humid air. The baby's faint cry could be heard from inside the house. Mac rushed forward, wrapping her in his arms. She felt cold, like river water, but he ignored it, whispering,
I told you I'd come home.
That night, lightning flashed across the sky, and the river behind their house rippled unnaturally, as if something beneath was stirring. Days passed, and the villagers began whispering. They saw May Nak at night, walking along the riverbank, her body floating inches above the ground. Dogs howled when she passed. An old woman selling rice near the pier said she saw May Nak bend her arm impossibly long, stretching through a window to grab a dropped lime. She fainted on the spot. When the villagers tried to warn Mac, he laughed it off.
She's alive, we eat together. She cares for our child.
But they all saw the same thing, her reflection missing in the water, her feet never touching the earth. At night, strange noises filled the air, a wet dragging sound, like something crawling beneath the house. The baby's cries turned to gurgles. Sometimes, Mac woke up to find May Nak staring at him, her eyes open wide, unblinking, glowing faintly green in the dark. One evening, an old midwife who had helped May Nak deliver her child came to the house, trembling with fear.
Mac, your wife, she died giving birth months ago. I buried her with my own hands.
Mac shook his head violently.
No, she's right there.
But when he turned, May Nak was behind him, smiling. Her face was no longer soft and loving. The skin stretched thin, grayish, her eyes sunken deep. Her long hair dripped black water onto the floor. The midwife screamed. May Nak's neck twisted backward in a sickening snap as she hissed.
You shouldn't have come here, old woman.
Her arm extended unnaturally long, grabbing the midwife by the throat. Bones cracked like dry wood. The woman's body was dragged under the bamboo floor, leaving only a trail of blood and the echo of her choking gasp. Mac fled the house that night, running through the flooded streets as thunder roared. He looked back. May Nak was following, her body gliding over the water, hair spreading like black tendrils, eyes burning bright green. Her voice screamed through the rain.
Don't leave me again, Mac. You promised forever.
He stumbled into Wat Mahabbat, the local temple, collapsing before the monks. They surrounded him with sacred threads, chanting ancient prayers. The air thickened. The candles flickered violently. May Nak appeared at the temple gates, her body floating above the ground, clutching her dead baby. Her once beautiful face now a mask of decay, skin peeling, mouth twisted open in grief and fury. The monks began to chant louder. The wind howled. The temple bells rang without being touched. But something else came with her, a monstrous creature, half human, half shadow. Its body was covered in faces. All the souls May Nak had cursed for trying to separate her from Mac. It crawled beside her, whispering in hundreds of voices. The ground cracked open beneath it, black hands clawing upward, grasping for the monk's robes. May Nak screamed, her voice shattering the night.
If I cannot live with him, I will die with him.
The monks trapped May Nak's spirit inside a sacred earthen jar, sealing it with a golden charm. The creature dissolved into ashes as dawn broke. The river grew still again. Weeks later, Mac sat alone by the riverbank, eyes hollow, whispering her name.
I'm sorry, I should have stayed.
He returned home one final time. The house was quiet. The baby's cradle moved slightly, as if rocked by unseen hands. Mac lay down on the mat where he once slept with May Nak, and in the dim candlelight, her voice whispered near his ear.
I told you, Mac, we'll be together forever.
The next morning, villagers found the house empty, but two faint figures could be seen through the window when lightning flashed. A man and a woman, holding a baby, smiling in the dark. And from the river, the faint sound of crying echoed, followed by a woman's laughter, low, wet, and endless. To this day, the people of Bangkok visit Wat Mahabbat Shrine, leaving flowers and toys for May Nak Pra Kanong, begging her for blessings and mercy. They say her spirit still waits by the river, her love so strong it defied death itself, and her curse so powerful it will never fade. But if you pass Pra Kanong at night and hear a woman softly calling your name, don't turn around.